Right, it's 1 in the morning, cause real unemployeds don't sleep. It's time for another video, another banger, hard R, broken gifted, favorite YouTuber, back at it, let's get it. Now I'm gonna do my favorite thing, and that's to expose everyone and call out the malarkey. You guys know how I do it. I come in raw, I come in real. I'm gonna give you the most elite gameplay and shit on everyone. Alright, so let me sway the crowd, change the minds, hypnotize some people, because a lot of the people on the internet giving their opinion about this thing, about anything, are strung out. So let's spread the cheeks and dive in. You guys are also free to just mindlessly agree with everything that I say and never have your own opinion. Spread my ideology and make this world mine. Most of the people making videos with this same title, this sort of premise, are just liars. They just want to keep your attention without giving you any substance, but daddy serves every time. What I'm saying is, anime is trash, bro. It's genuinely garbage. Usually this is the part of the video where someone's like, actually, I'm an anime fan, and I'm just gonna go over the parts that I don't personally like about it.
The thing that you enjoy is bad. I can't keep this up. Okay, so I actually do really like anime. I've been a fan of anime for a couple of years now. Started maybe when I was like 17 is when I started watching anime.
But nah, me personally, I'm ready to dick you down. I'm gonna show you why this shit is garbage with facts and logic, like on some Ben Shapiro shit. I'm gonna go through the popular complaints about this form of media, and so that we can sort of weed out the bullshit, you know what I mean? And you can agree with everything that I say, because all that anyone ever watches nowadays is just confirmation bias. But yeah, let's get into some of the common complaints that I found while doing my research. Complaint number 1, shit is gay and cringe, shit is weird. Especially if you're like not Asian, bro. You see this shit and you're like, it doesn't look like anything from your entire world. It's like completely alien. They're making weird noises, weird stuff is happening. Everyone's moaning, guys are moaning, girls are moaning. It's like extremely emotional. People are screaming and whatnot, and it's kind of annoying. And this is completely true. There's no way of master debating it. It's just facts. That's the way that it is. Let's be honest. All right, let's get into number 2. The community is really annoying. I've even seen some oppositions, other side, complaining about this.
Sadly, however, not all my experiences can be like this, and I sometimes come across some unfavorable interactions and icks. One that I see a lot is the this over that thing. That thing when people use that greater sign. Now, I'm not against the use of the sign in and of itself, but the way people use it unnecessarily. Like, I see somebody post a clip of a random scene from an anime they like, then in the comments of that post, there will be a few comments from stupid people saying, Chainsaw Man over, Jujutsu Kaisen over. And whenever I see comments like this, I'm just like, alright, did he ask? Did anybody say it was better than those shows? I'm pretty sure the person that made that post didn't make it for it to be compared. So what's the point of you bringing up animes you think are better like anybody asked or cared?
Consuming content where they're complaining about the community is, again, just confirmation bias. If you're not an intellectual, you can get stuck in this trap and not pull out. I think the entire discussion about, this community's cringe and really annoying is redundant, because you're not doing anything about the issue. In these videos, there's absolutely no substance. For the most part, I seen like a couple that were pretty funny, and you might be thinking, Broken Gifted, that's pretty hypocritical. You're not doing anything for the community, and you're wrong. Whenever I see a local weeaboo, I'm smacking the hoe. In GTA or whatever, bro, I would never assault someone. But anyways, you would be wrong, because I'm enlightening the people and swaying the crowd, sort of like a dictator, figure with my poetic speeches. But anyways, I have to say it, the community is annoying.
Okay, seriously. Next person who calls me a weeaboo gets my freaking shoe thrown.
And then flat chest, flat chested.
Everyone hates them, bro. And obviously that's a generalization. Nobody hates just an entire group of people, except for the small, like, top 1% of like high tier, high elo racists maybe. But that's besides the point, bro. You ask someone, what anime should I watch? And they start blowing your shit up every time, bro. It's a good way to make friends, though, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm pretty lonely and I just LARP as an anime fan sometimes. But it's really just the loud ones that are, the problem. And obviously the LARPers or whatever, but, there's like a trillion billion videos on LARPers. I hate the word LARP now. I can't even go out with my LARPing party anymore because the meaning of the word is completely lost. The meaning of LARP is looser than a 30-year-old mom with 5 kids on Tinder. Sorry, that was a unrelated side rant and a little bit too much misogyny. In reality, I actually love foids. Anyways, alright, common complaint number 3, weeaboos are cringe. Now, back in the day, this was super prominent. Everybody hated weeaboos. The stigma around them has sort of changed. I think that old weeaboos are solid, and kind of dunking on them is the same as, you know, making fun of a disabled person. It's like only funny because it's super low and, you know, degenerate. The OG weeaboos were, you know, typically mentally ill people, you know, people that didn't have a lot of friends, and it gave them like a sort of community. So I never thought like, you know, it's cringe, but like I just kind of felt bad. But the modern day weeaboo, the gates of hell have just completely opened, especially with the like pretend trolling stuff. Like, it's obviously ironic, but I think it's even more cringe than actually just being like actually like that. You know what I'm saying? The satire is more cringe than the real deal nowadays. I have so much fatigue from hearing that stupid Deku voice, bro, from people that think they're funny in online games.
Guiding the world to victory.
Dude, you should probably hang yourself, be honest with you.
Don't make me go Super Saiyan.
If you go Super Saiyan, I'm gonna go fucking Aryan hood on your dumbass.
Another reason why weeaboos are cringe and annoying is they can't take another person's differing opinion. If you say you don't like anime around them, they genuinely can't even be friends with you. If things are like psychologists say, like Freud or whatever, and people are just a sum of their learned experiences, if you believe in fate or whatever, people don't have too much choice. And even if they do, I think this is kind of comparable to racism, bro. Now, obviously that's a stretch because you can't change your race for the most part, and you can change your opinion, duh. But like, if you're not friends with someone because of their opinion in the current millisecond, you know, and it's possible that it'll change as they grow as a person or whatever, it's kind of ridiculous. But I respect the dedication to the hate. All right, let's move on. Common complaint number 4, fan service. But duh, you hear this one in every video that's like whatever I'm doing right now. And it, to be honest, it pissed me off, bro. This one I completely disagree with. It's so moronic to complain about this. If you don't like something and you're not the target audience, why are you complaining about it? And on top of it, you're doing nothing to stop it. This is the most ignorant opinion I think there is on anime, and it's so frequent and mainstream. Bro, it's like, if you don't like porn, how about you don't watch porn? If you're old and white and you don't like rap music, maybe just don't listen to rap music. You don't even have control of the microbacteria in your gut, bro, but you're trying to control like thousands of millions of people to fit what you think specifically is the best, because you, one person on this entire planet, thinks that you have the best opinion. Now, you could argue like there's like a moral sort of thing going on or whatever. I think that's what most of them say. I could argue like there's bigger fish to fry or whatever, like you should complain about, you know, murders or something like that. And you could also say on the flip side that like you're introducing a young audience to inappropriate stuff and you're gonna corrupt their mind or something. But I think objectively, I don't have any, you know, factual data behind this. This is all just my opinion. But like, the world has bad stuff in it and it's got good stuff in it, and I think that applies for most people. If you have likes and dislikes, even if you got rid of all the fan service, you would still just have more stuff to complain about. And on the flip side, there would be gooners, you know, complaining that there's not enough fan service in any media. If we're looking at this at like a broad scale, people always have likes and dislikes. So there's always going to be something to destroy. There's always a new target. It doesn't matter how many that you know, how many wins you get. And there's also differing opinions. So they're all like, it's like a giant vast ocean, bro. There's no winning this battle. And anyone that makes this sort of opinion just wants you to agree with them so that they can make money off of you. And that's okay, because ignorance is bliss, bro. But Broken Gifted has to lead the flock like an evil shepherd. Lead all the sheep off the cliff or, you know, whatnot. I'm an evil guy. All right, let's get into complaint 5. I don't know if I heard another video talking about this or not, but like, you're 40 years old watching high schoolers, bro. It's like, a lot of anime takes place in high school. I don't know about you guys, but I was even like in senior year, junior year watching stuff like this and just felt weird. Like it's kind of creepy and strange. And like the more you think about it, the weirder it gets, cuz like the people drawing these animations, bro, the people writing these stories, making these characters are like, you know, 20, 30, 40 years old. You know, sometimes a broad age bracket. You know, anime since the beginning has been a media made by pedophiles for pedophiles. I don't even think this is just prominent in anime though. Like, why are all like, there's like a lot of superheroes in high school too? No, I don't think there's enough like old head protagonists, bro, or even shows like about adulthood. I don't know, maybe because like people want to escape it and they don't want to live. Obviously there is stories about this sort of thing. I'm making a huge generalization, but like even the ones that I see portray it, it's not done, you know, very realistically. It doesn't feel like adulthood at all. It's just like kids, except, you know, their age listed is different. I feel like the most adult forms of media are like coming of age stories, and it's still young people adulting, bro. But I don't know, maybe I just haven't seen enough that's out there. Like, I don't know, maybe Breaking Bad probably did that good or something. But yeah, last take, this is pretty much the same exact thing, but more specific. We got lollies, bro. The childlike characters that are actually 300 years old, but just portrayed as children. An absolute staple, classic to this media. Now, before you think I'm defending this, bro, let me give you my little outlook on life or whatever. Broken Gifted is nobody, not even a 0.001%, 0.00001% in this universe, and I have, you know, pretty much no effect in it. Bad stuff is gonna exist no matter if I'm here or not. Now, this shit is not right, bro. It's you can't defend it. It's not right. With that being said though, seeing lollies, bro, is, I almost get the same feeling as watching like an Epstein documentary, or sort of like flying a drone around Epstein Island. Yo, I forgot to preface in the video that I don't watch this shit, bro. It's just like, if you watch anime, it's unescapable. It's in all of it, bro. It's also all over the internet. Before the files were even written. Now that sounds fucking bad, bro. Like, I don't want to see this shit, bro, but I find its existence interesting for sure. It's literally mainstream pedophilia. In what other form of media can you even find that? And it's just like completely prominent in Japan. Actually, that's a lie, bro. I don't know if it's completely prominent. I've never been there. I never did any research on this, but I have seen a couple YouTube videos framing the country of Japan as like Diddy land. So I don't know if it's true or not. You guys might have to fact check that for me. Ooh, I got a bonus complaint that I completely forgot about, so I'm gonna talk about it. The mainstream anime fans and how they're diluting the community. Now, with the prominence of the internet, I think this can be extrapolated to almost every single niche. I don't have any numbers for this, and this is all just I'm just saying bullshit, but I felt like during COVID we saw a big spike in people joining random hobbies. Every single hobby, everybody had time on their hands, so they just kind of like, you know, jumped into different stuff, explored a little bit. I don't know, but what I do know is not all of humanity can agree on one thing. So when small communities get boosted and flooded in with a lot of people, their ideals, you know, have to change to fit a broader audience. A lot of the time, I heard a lot of people complain about this, and you know, they're usually like, oh, Western anime fans, they need to shut up and let Japan do their thing. And I definitely agree with this. You know, even though I don't want to agree with these people, I don't want to be associated with them at all. And I'm sure they probably wouldn't want to be associated with me. But I think a great example of this is just my opinion, but the reason, you know, people have this giant obsession with Japan and Japan media and traveling to Japan or whatever is because the culture is so different from anything else, bro. It's almost like, it's like the closest you can get to meeting an alien, bro. And I think that's because historically they haven't fucked with other countries, bro. Broken Gifted could get a little political and say that the Mayo colonizers haven't gotten to them and that's why they're so goated. The West is bad, blah blah blah, women are whores or whatever. You've heard the spiel over and over. But I think it doesn't matter who the colonizer is. It's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about, you know, I hope I didn't lose you guys. I'm talking about like small communities when they get blown up. Shit is only cool and interesting in small communities because it's different, it's new, they're bringing something to the table that hasn't been seen before. And when you have to, you know, conform to a wider audience to make more money or whatever the reason is, shit gets diluted and it just becomes like everything else. And that's where I come to the overarching plan and, you know, the reason why I'm even making this video in the first place. My master plot that you couldn't see coming at all. I've watched a lot of fucking anime, bro. Broken Gifted, you're a fucking liar and a hypocrite. You were just talking about what I say, like most of the people that make this sort of video are actually anime fans and they just bait you to click on the video or whatever. I use that shit in my thumbnails, in my fucking videos and whatnot. Like, it's obvious. I watch this shit. I drop knowledge on you guys. Fucking duh. Boom. Plot twist, bro. But I don't, bro. I'm not associating with the anime fans, bro. I'm not an anime fan. I think that shit is garbage. The only reason why I've ever watched the shit is because I'm just a fan of good media, good entertainment, and good storytelling and whatnot. To be honest, just anything that'll entertain me, bro, because I get bored easily. You know, I don't have like, I need to be stimulated constantly. That's why I hit the geek bar. I don't know why I didn't say this, bro. Good media, like, yeah, right. I'm the king of slop. I love slop. That's why I watch it. But don't get me wrong, there's obviously good shit. There's good in everything, bro, is my point, because good and bad is really just an opinion, and you may not be able to change the world, you know. There's too much fucking anime boobs going around on the internet, but you can change your opinion, bro. I'm realizing I sound exactly you know what I'm against right now. Like, I sound like the anime fans trying to convince you to watch anime, but fuck you, bro. I'm rolling with the script, and by script I mean prescriptions. All right, now it's time for my lame ass positivity spiel. How much better would life be if you actually liked all of the things that you hated, or not get all flustered and piss your pants all wet when someone has a different opinion than yours? I believe, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure you can't control the minds of everyone in this entire world, or, you know, the what so-called good and bad aspects of it, which are just your opinion. Now, I'm not telling you to get rid of your morals or whatever. I'm just saying things are the way they are. You might as well just enjoy it, bro. You only got so many years. And if you're broken gifted, the way I achieved the geek bar, bro, it's only looking like a couple years. I'm telling you to go out with a bang, bro. And by bang, I mean bang some anime hoes, bro. All these complaints and opinions and whatnot, you know, this shit is weird, this shit, it's ugly, it's cringe. The people that watch it are cringe and annoying. I know you don't want to hear it, but I'm gonna say it, bro. If everyone was exactly like you, the world would be piss boring. And even if you think broken gifted, you're gay, like weeaboos are still cringe, who would be your enemy to fight if they weren't there, bro? Who would be there so that you could bully them, give them a swirly because your dad hates you or whatever? If there was no weeaboos to give you that disgusting, stomach-turning cringe feeling, then you would have nothing to compare the good moments of your life to. Good doesn't exist without bad. If you have nothing to compare your good to, then you don't have bad. If you don't have anything to compare your bad with, you don't have good. It's everything in life is just a frequency. Weird people like weeaboos give life flavor, bro. And unlike the Foids, I'm an explorer, bro. And by explorer, I mean I'm gonna explore these anime fans from the inside out. I'm gonna explore all the weird people that I can find on the internet, and I'm gonna keep making videos on them to fill my endless gluttony of interesting things. And I'm gonna keep shoving it down your throat, because that's what broken gifted does. All right, that's the end of the video. If you honestly stayed to the end, I'm surprised, bro. It was just a bunch of fucking convoluted bullshit. But I don't know, maybe Broken Gifted opened you up from the inside out. Hopefully you became enlightened after listening to this guided meditation. And yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna see y'all later. I love you. Also, I'm dropping a ASMR video soon, so stay in tune for that. All right, for real this time though. I'm gonna see you guys later. Bye bye.